From the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Thursday, November the 14th of 2024. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, vehicle owners count their losses after watching the impact of Tuesday's floods. Nawasa urges patience as water restoration efforts continue amid severe system damage. And Grenada unveils standards for quality healthcare services for adolescents. In regional news, St. Lucia's green bananas break into the Canadian market. And internationally, Israel attacks South Beirut after new Lebanon evacuation warning. And coming up in sports, Windward Volcanoes end 4-game losing streak, while Subway Secondary School's basketball shoots off with a doubleheader tomorrow. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The effects of Tuesday's floods are lingering, and for vehicle owners in impacted areas, there's at least one burning question that they need an answer to. What can vehicle owners look forward to if their vehicles were compromised as a result of floods or other adverse weather systems? GBN's Christina John sought to find out and has this report.
Some of the vehicles that you see stationary here at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium car park were among those submerged in water from yesterday's flooding that took place in these spots. As you can see, the tow trucks were called in to remove some of these vehicles on advice from the insurance that due to probably mechanical issues, it is unwise to start a lot of these vehicles. GBN understands that most of those vehicles belonged to individuals attending a workshop on the upper floor of the building. Our news desk spoke to one of the participants who was reduced to tears. He expressed disappointment in the stadium security personnel for failing to alert them of what was happening on the outside. He said the building is soundproofed, so they could not have heard or seen the water level rise and the vehicle being endangered. He said his brand new vehicle, only 2 weeks old, had to be towed away. The individual complained that insurance coverage was not a guarantee, so this might just be a loss he'll have to accept. GBN contacted the stadium's manager, Patrick Louison, for a response to the claim. Louison told GBN that a bulletin was sent out to all the rooms where meetings were held to inform everyone of what was taking place on the outside. He said the water level rose quickly. GBN spoke to one insurance company manager from Netherlands Insurance, Strawn, who explained their policy in instances like these, noting that vehicle owners should report the incident to their insurance and be guided accordingly.
The majority of motor vehicle insurance in Grenada would cover third-party liabilities, which is the minimum required by the government. But there are also those who cover their vehicles comprehensively, which means that they're also covering for material damage in the event of an accident or if their vehicle is stolen. There is another peril that could be covered, but it's an add-on. It's not automatic with coverage for comprehensive cover on a vehicle, and that coverage is generally known as the hurricane and earthquake extension. And basically the hurricane and earthquake extension, although it's called specifically by that, covers your vehicle for what we call in the industry catastrophic perils. So once a motor vehicle owner in fact had hurricane and earthquake extension onto their vehicle insurance, they are automatically, of course, subject to things like deductibles.
John said although it is still quite early, they are expecting claims to be sent in. And for this, they are duly prepared for these type of losses. With garages most likely flooded with seriously impacted vehicles, GBN wanted to understand from a mechanical standpoint what vehicle owners should be knowledgeable about. This mechanic did not wish to appear on camera.
Vehicles, you could lose, the computers could wet. A lot of electronics, like relay and fuse and thing, take water could get corrosion. So you could end up with a lot of problems. Like even some of the new hybrids, well, the hybrids could be a serious problem because the computer and the batteries could get damaged in that. So, and them cars, the hybrids is more electrical.
Red Dopwell, attached to Netherlands Insurance, provided roadside assistance to vehicle owners who may encounter challenges from time to time. He shared a bit of his knowledge with us.
The challenges with the water is that if it gets into the engine, then the engine could be damaged trying to start it, as well as there are quite a lot of electronic things that are underwater. You may have noticed that lights were going off and horns were sounding. So it's best not to try to start them or anything and have them taken to somebody who knows what they're doing.
If you look closely, you would see what's left from yesterday's flooding. You may describe it as silt or maybe sludge. Well, I guess this is yet to be cleaned up. However, we still have showers coming down, and we're hopeful that somehow the rain would cease, the water would subside, and the cleanup would continue. From the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, I am Chrislina John for GBN News.
NWASA is urging patience as water restoration efforts continue amid severe system damage. Rena Pierre-Thomas has the update.
The National Water and Sewage Authority, NWASA, is urging residents in southern Grenada and other affected areas to remain patient as efforts are on the way to restore disrupted water supplies by Friday. NWASA's General Manager, Terence Smith, explains that heavy rains over the weekend through Tuesday caused extensive damage to water systems, surpassing even the impact of Tropical Storm Beryl.
We're having some further challenges with the Annandale system, but I should caution customers that these plants, particularly for people living at the extremities, so the Grand Anse area, the south, most of the hotels, right down to Point Celine, it may not be before late tonight into Friday that people would get their normal supply back. Impact on NWASA's water systems is actually more extreme, is actually worse, more severe than Hurricane Beryl on the 1st of July this year.
Smith reported that several of the 14 affected systems have been partially restored, with some systems operating at up to 75% capacity. Despite these advances, challenges remain, including slip and debris blocking dams, which will require extensive cleanup efforts at considerable expense.
So the impact has been blockage of dams. When your dam is blocked, you can't get water along the raw water line to your treatment plant to treat water to distribute. Further to that, we've had, I'm not sure why, but it appears to be mainly in the parishes of St. David and St. George, a large number of landslides. And these have led, I am not sure of the figure this morning, but I know up to 4 o'clock yesterday, we had about 15 or 16 major breaks on distribution lines and so on. You're talking about like 4-inch lines and 6-inch lines and so on.
The GM recognized the authorities' staff for their quick response and dedication over the past few days, emphasizing that the recent weather events serve as a stark reminder of the impact of climate change, underscoring the need for long-term strategies to enhance infrastructural resilience. He spoke of steps that have already been taken to start this process.
So we're at an early stage. I can't go into any details now. I can just say that we've met actually a month ago to met with a delegation from the CDF, the CARICOM Development Fund. We can do with some large-scale, long-term capital injection in improved watershed management. So as I said, we're at an early stage. They agreed to come back to us by the end of November with a concept paper that outlines, big picture, what this project could look like. We almost certainly going to have to collaborate with the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry Division, right? And this is going to be a multi-million-dollar US dollar investment over several years.
As restoration continues, NAWASA has committed to keeping the public updated on progress and future solutions to minimize disruptions. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antwine, is urging more participation in the ECCB's Eastern Caribbean Partial Credit Guarantee Corporation Program, or ECPCGC. Beverly Telesford has the details in this report.
Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antwine, is encouraging more financial institutions and small business owners to sign on to the ECCB's Eastern Caribbean Partial Credit Guarantee Corporation, or the ECP-CGC program. The ECP-CGC, which is an initiative of the World Bank and the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, provides fresh opportunities for entrepreneurs who do not yet have adequate collateral to qualify for business loans. 6 ECCU member states are part of this initiative, including Grenada, which is participating through the Grenada Development Bank. Governor Antwine appealed to more financial institutions in Grenada to get on board with the program.
Very simply put, we launched this program in October 2020, middle of the pandemic, to support small businesses. You can get up to $700,000 as a guarantee through your bank, credit union, or development bank. Not all our credit unions are participating. They're now coming on board. A couple of our development banks have already started. Development Bank in St. Lucia, Grenada Development Bank, for sure those have started. Others are hopefully going to come online, but it's open to everyone.
So far, almost 40 loans have been guaranteed in Grenada since the launch of the program in 2020.
We are very keen to see more take-up of that program. To date, we've had about 130 guarantees, about 37 in Grenada, I believe over 35 in St. Lucia, and then St. Vincent, and that's it. And we have 2 in St. Kitts and Nevis. We want to see more take-up of that program.
15 million EC dollars in loans have been issued so far.
The loans issued so far are around value around 15 million, 1.5. The guarantees are around 12, 1.2. Our initial hope was that we'd at least be able to do 250 guarantees of about $30 million in value and then press on. So I'm being very direct with our banks tonight. We need you to take this program and move it along a lot faster.
Governor Antwine was speaking at the Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture in St. Lucia on Wednesday. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
And coming up, Grenada Cultural Foundation collaborates with regional cultural architects to host a 2-day conference to preserve Caribbean traditions and culture. Stay with us. We'll have all the details.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you. GRENLEC Community Partnership Initiative.
I'm here to say a special thank you to GRENLEC for all that they have been doing for us. Now, most recently, we are very grateful for the paving of our yard. We now have easy access to drop off, to pick up stuff, and also it serves as a recreation point. So we're very, very grateful. And again, we want to say hats off to GRENLEC for always being there for us. And we hope that God would bless the company so that you can continue to support us.
GRENLEC, energizing our community.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
This week, we're headed back to the Big Parish, Victoria Park, Grenville, for more thrilling matches to climax the round of 16. Football lovers, brace yourselves for another 2 electrifying nights of intense football action in the 14th annual Carib Wagiti Super Knockout on Saturday, November 16th. Kickoff time, 7 p.m. Game 1, at Rock Ballers versus St. John's Sports Club. And in Game 2, Hurricanes SC versus South Spartans SC. And that's from 9 p.m. Then on Sunday, November 17th, the excitement continues with Shamrock FC playing Spice Mobile Idlers from 6 p.m. And in Game 2, defending champion Paradise FC International versus Combined Northerners. Admission only $25 for each action-packed day. The 14th edition of the Carib Wagiti Super Knockout is on. Don't miss a game.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority. If you're working for a while, come by Cots, I'll make you smile. Cots Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at Cots. Yeah, it's back. Cots Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast. Traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics, and appliances. Are you coming? Say yeah. Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big, big. And pay nothing until next year, February. Rock out and come down to Coats. Cots already load. Cots already load. Black Friday start. Cots already load. And go when Black Friday come out.
At Ariza, we find ways to celebrate you. Little wins or bigger ones. Working hard and staying on track. Meet your need while saving for your dreams with our Chairs to You loan. Get up to $50,000, repayable in up to 10 years, and benefit from a lump sum saving when the loan is repaid. Live those dreams. Follow those steps. Take that leap of faith or invest in yourself. Make a toast. Lift a glass. Cheers to you. Join today and apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you're saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep, including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
It's time to lace up, Grenada. The 25th Grenadian General Insurance Half Marathon and 10K is back, happening on Sunday, November 17th, starting at 2 p.m. Feel the adrenaline rush from Corinth St. David's all the way to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. 10K starts in Woodlands for participants under the age of 15, with monetary prizes up for grabs for the top 10 male and female finishers in the half marathon and the top 5 male and female finishers in the 10K, plus a special prize for the oldest finisher and special cash prize for the school or club or organization with the most finishers. And don't worry, we've got you covered with transportation provided. Ready to race? Let's hit the road! Sunday, November 17th. Register now and be part of Grenada's biggest race event of the year.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Cultural leaders from across the Caribbean have gathered in Grenada for a 2-day conference aimed at exploring fresh approaches to protect and revitalize the region's rich heritage. More in this report from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
The Grenada Cultural Foundation, in collaboration with regional cultural architects, has launched a 2-day conference focused on preserving Caribbean traditions and culture. Titled Destruction to Reconstruction, the conference brings together nearly 20 cultural advocates and educators from Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda, Trinidad and Tobago, and Barbados. The event, being held at Spice Basket, aims to foster dialogue on safeguarding the region's unique heritage while addressing shared challenges. In his opening remarks, Christopher DeRiggs, the chairman of the Grenada Cultural Foundation, who is also the host of this initiative, emphasized the importance of unity among Caribbean nations in preserving their cultural legacy. He noted that the conference provides a vital platform for sharing ideas and experiences that contribute to a stronger, more resilient cultural landscape across the region.
Very dear friendships, but inspiring relationships between ourselves and our colleagues, and hopefully also it will also cement our domestic relationships among the various players in the cultural arena, and especially as it relates to the agenda of intangible heritage. And look going forward in very practical and manageable and measurable ways of how we collaborate as cultural activists within the Caribbean. So I am looking forward to positive practical outcomes.
Over the next 2 days, attendees will discuss innovative strategies to protect cultural expressions that define Caribbean identity, as well as solutions to overcome obstacles such as diminishing resources, globalization, and cultural erosion. Partnering with the Grenada Cultural Foundation is a Caribbean Cultural Fusion, a regional body developed solely to cement the cultural relationship in the Caribbean. Facilitator for the conference and representative for Caribbean Culture Fusion, Ms. Sophia Graves, highlighted some of the key topics they will be discussing during the conference.
The essence of that initiative, despite we focus on gathering that key cultural knowledge to allow for further population on our website, which is accessible for all of our educators, practitioners to continue to use, was also to build greater harmony among our cultural practitioners on the ground. Those people really on the ground transmitting various forms of our cultural heritage, and also having the conversation with your Minister of Culture, who shared a similar interest in ensuring that the music, the traditions of the country all remain intact and able to be shared across generations.
Senator Quince Britton in the Ministry of Culture spoke of government's commitment to improve and preserve Grenada's culture.
We as government is not just putting on those activities just for the sake of putting it on. We are here to support in every way because we want to build, or we want to rebuild what we knew, what we once had, as well as taking into consideration the present times that we are living in and how do we go forward. I can assure you that whatever recommendations, suggestions that when you package it together and you send your proposal to government, it would not be something that we just look at and dust to the side.
The conference will conclude with a series of recommendations and action plan to bolster the efforts of Caribbean nation in preserving their culture and historical assets. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
The National Water and Sewage Authority, NWASA, has embarked on a 3-day workshop aimed at improving the driving skills of workmen. Defensive driving tutor Martin Joseph facilitated the training, which was divided into 2 components, theory and practical.
We've been training a lot of the WASCO personnel. We're trying to improve road safety, and we're doing a good job. The people here today found it very informative. We are hoping that they're going to be showing it in the way they drive from now on. The aim of these sessions is to bring drivers up to date with modern defensive driving techniques. That's what it's about. A lot of the drivers have been driving for a number of years. They're doing things, and it's become acceptable to them. They're not really aware of how dangerous or how bad or how not in keeping with international standards what it is that they're doing. So the whole purpose behind it was to bring them up to date, right, with modern defensive driving techniques.
Participants shared their opinions about the sessions.
Most I want to thank Beacon for giving us this great initiative to have this session here today, and it was a very helpful one, and trust me, this is something that should be included in a lot of companies because it was very helpful. And
I thought the training today was very interesting. Sometimes we see lots of signs on the road and we don't have no idea of what they mean. So coming to this defensive driving course today have taught me a lot regarding those signs and to be a better driver on the road and how to look out for others because we know that our roads are very busy, lots of cluster of traffic and so on. And I think we know being able to use that knowledge to impact ourselves and even our company and even our private lives. I think it will make us better driver. So I want to thank Beacon for the opportunity to even come and learn more of how to improve our driving skills.
Today's defensive driving seminar was very edifying. I learned a lot about certain signs internationally, so which would accredit me if I have to travel and drive elsewhere. I learned a lot. So.
Grenada unveils standards for quality healthcare services for adolescents under Build Back Equal project. More in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
A new set of standards aimed at enhancing the quality of healthcare services for adolescents was launched on Wednesday. The initiative is part of Grenada's Build Back Equal project. The policy was introduced during the Regional Steering Committee meeting. The initiative held at Radisson's Beach Resort and organized by the United Nations Population Fund in partnership with the UN Women. The Build Back Equal project developed in collaboration with the Government of Canada, Dominica, St. Lucia, Lucia, Grenada, and the St. Vincent and the Grenadines seeks to provide equitable, accessible healthcare for adolescents, focusing on meeting their unique needs. This new framework is designed to address gaps in healthcare services for young people, promoting health standards that align with international best practices. During the launch, Liaison Officer for United Nations Population Fund, Jane Gibbons, emphasized the importance of this initiative in ensuring that adolescents have access to comprehensive quality healthcare services that support their well-being.
And particularly UNFPA, our focus is on sexual and reproductive health and reproductive rights, and ensuring that the women who were impacted, that their healthcare needs are taken care of to allow them to build back equal. This regional steering committee meeting has revealed that the Build Back Equal project has already been making quite a bit of impact in the countries, including in Grenada. We have had the benefit of just over a year of full implementation, and we have seen where we were able to have policies and frameworks developed and approved at country level. For UNFPA in particular, we are very pleased that yesterday we were able to launch the standards for healthcare for adolescents in Grenada, and we really commend the Ministry of Health for the official launch of this framework, which would allow adolescents and young people to access the quality healthcare services that they need.
The policy, according to its implementers, aims to bridge disparities and empower women with better healthcare options across participating Caribbean nations, ultimately fostering healthier, more resilient communities. Representative for the UN Women Multi-Country Officer is Tony Broadber.
Many of our families are single-headed households, and those that are not, women still have a very significant say in what happens in the household. So their understanding and having an opportunity to have the access to economic resources, if they're business owners, to childcare, elder care, maternity leave, and for men to be able to have paternity leave, all of these things are critical for their ability to fully engage in an economy. The project focuses on that. Ending violence against women and girls, and integrated referral pathways, so you know not only how to get out of the situation, but how to thrive afterwards.
Nadine Williams, Program Manager for the Ministry of Social Development in Carriacou, outlined how the Sister Isle benefited from the project post-burial.
So this project has started as an effort to correct certain systematic challenges, as well as looking into how we actually provide the assistance that we do, looking at policies, looking at legislations, looking at, a holistic view as to how do we support our women. So for us, the BBE project has come in a timely fashion. Additionally, we're looking forward to the many things that they have in store, and the advice and the guidance, as well as the charting the way forward to ensuring that our women do actually thrive in our society, in our small island Caribbean society.
The project, which kicked off in 2023, will run for 5 years under a $10 million fund by the government of Canada. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
As rebuilding efforts continue in Carriacou and Petite Martinique following the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl in July of this year, the Planning and Development Authority, or PDA, is attempting to ensure that homes being rebuilt are in keeping with the OECS's building codes and guidelines, and that they can withstand natural disasters. In support of the authority, they will host a construction training workshop on Friday at Bishop's College in Hillsborough, Carriacou, for builders and contractors on the Sister Isle. Janice Lessie, Acting Chief Executive Officer of the PDA, gave an overview of the workshop.
We are trying to ensure that the builders and contractors are familiar with the OECS building code and guideline, which makes it mandatory for buildings to be constructed to the strength or to withstand at least a Category 5 hurricane. And so to ensure that this is happening, we have embarked on this training. Mr. Carlisle Glean of Glean's Construction would be the facilitator. And in addition to that, there are going to be persons from the banking industry, from the insurance industry, and other stakeholder partners to really talk about how important it is to rebuild stronger.
Ms. Leslie spoke of the timeliness of the workshop, considering the level of construction happening on the Sister Isles and the importance of rebuilding more resilient homes suitable to withstand increasingly powerful weather systems.
We have seen the increase in frequency of hurricanes in the region. So the likelihood of being hit by another hurricane in the not too distant future is very real. And what we have recognized also at the Planning and Development Authority is that while the strength of Hurricane Beryl was instrumental in the disaster that we saw, poor construction really contributed. So in other words, if the buildings were stronger, if they were built to withstand at least a Category 5 hurricane, we would not have seen the level of destruction that we saw.
Builders and contractors will be certified upon completion of the training. The acting CEO explained how persons can participate in the workshop.
A certificate of participation would be given to those in attendance. Because we have limited accommodation, we are encouraging builders and contractors to register. Again, you will be receiving a certificate of participation. So we want you to register. We're also catering. So register. The registration forms are available at the Resource Center in Carriacou. And in fact, we have a number of PDA officers on the ground. They are going through the communities, doing the promotions even as we speak, and they're actually going to various building sites and encouraging people to register, so they have forms with them.
Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited is the proud recipient of the prestigious ECCU Bank of the Year Award for Customer Service in 2024. Organized by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, or ECCB, the Bank of the Year Awards recognize commercial banks that have made significant contributions to the overall development of the people they serve. Co-op Bank was among 11 commercial banks throughout the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union adjudged for this year's awards in different categories. In the customer service category, Co-op Bank was shortlisted along with two other commercial banks, CIBC Antigua and National Bank of Dominica Limited. Ms. Villette Benjamin, head judge at the ECCB, remarked that the bank receiving the customer service award demonstrated, quote, highly personalized commercial and retail banking products and services, supports and promotes client relationships, and gives commendable priority to staff development. Mr. Larry Lawrence, Managing Director of Co-op, accepted the award at the 26th Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture at the ECCB headquarters in St. Kitts on Wednesday. Co-op Bank was also shortlisted in the categories of corporate social responsibility and support for micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. Still to come, we'll tell you all about youths in agriculture. That story when we return.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year, and every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Co-op Bank, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, so no. Fully 1 week. Nah. Telling you. You them massive dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10 that them make a hard day, man. Me a 38 man. But you are 92. Yeah. You need the number 1 run, man. That is it. No what? Nice. Yeah. Number 1. Yeah, me too, man.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number 1 rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the number 1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools and appliances for all residential, commercial and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anne, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Why wish upon a star? Our bank is better by far.
This Christmas, experience the holidays as you wish with financing from Co-op Bank. Ride in style with 100% financing on new vehicles and enjoy attractive interest rates, or get up to $50,000 unsecured to complete those home renovations, treat your family and friends, and check off everything on your Christmas list this year. Take advantage of discounted interest rates, win shopping vouchers, and so much more. Apply now and experience it as you wish this Christmas with Co-op Bank. Visit our website or your nearest retail banking unit for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
The focus of a collaborative effort between the Ministry of Agriculture and the National Training Agency will be enhancing the ability of extension officers and agriculture personnel to further support farmers.
The Ministry of Agriculture, through support from the National Training Agency, is promoting capacity building for extensionists and other agriculture professionals to be better prepared to guide the next generation of farmers and agriculture stakeholders. This is being facilitated through two training schemes offered, a part of the young farmers, fishers, and entrepreneurs in agriculture and agribusiness.
Because this project is funded by the CARICOM Development Fund and the government of Grenada. One of the mandates or one of the objectives of the project is to strengthen the work that the Ministry of Agriculture does, and in so doing we have allocated some of the funds so that you can be trained, so that you can empower yourself and you can be certified in different areas. So we are happy that you are here today with us. We welcome you. We trust that you will continue with this momentum, being on time, seeking interest in the training. And this training for one person is $2,000+ for one person to be trained under this project, as well as there is over $32,000 was spent on this aspect of the training. So we trust that you would embrace this opportunity and you would find it rewarding. The purpose.
That was Cindy Lewis, coordinator for Youth in Agriculture program. During an orientation session on Wednesday in St. David, the project includes two types of certification: assessment of prior learning, APL, and an instructor's training. Enterprise-based training officer at the National Training Agency, Ricardo Nicholas, said officers will be supported during the training.
We say this is not just a one-off. We are going to be there to make sure that this happens. One of the testimonies we always get where APL is concerned is that it is one of the friendliest processes or pathways towards certification. We always get that. Right? And one of the things we know about APL is that it really gives authentication to what you're doing, because you have been doing this for 18 years, but there is nothing to show. So now you have an opportunity to get a document whereby you can present it, right? Without going to college or wherever, because you have the experience. So all we are asking for you is to make yourself available. Money paid for you already, and right, you basically do this.
The in-person classes are scheduled to begin in January 2025, with full funding provided for 15 selected extension officers. This initiative is expected to have a lasting impact on the agriculture sector, supporting sustainable practices and empowering future agriculture leaders. The Ministry of Agriculture commended those dedicated individuals for taking this important step towards enhancing their professional qualifications and strengthening the agriculture sector. By becoming certified, they will contribute to the growth of a vibrant and sustainable agriculture community in the region. Christina John, GBN News.
Stay with us. We'll have your regional and international news right after the break.
Christmas is all about the moments we share, the smiles, the laughter, and the love that fills our homes. This season, let your walls reflect the warmth of family time. Sisson's Paint, match with every shade of togetherness. Celebrate 12 weeks of Christmas with Sissons. Buy one, get one 30% off on selected items. And with every purchase of any Sissons paint, you get a chance to win US $100 every week for 12 weeks, from October 1st to December 22nd. Terms and conditions apply. Available at all Sissons hardware dealers nationwide. Sissons, internationally tested, brilliantly affordable.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Brentwood, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Over the years and presently, customers have been winning exciting prizes while ensuring that benefits are realized for all Grenadians by supporting the games of the National Lotteries Authority.
I am Patrick Simmons, former Minister for Sports and National Athlete. The NLA has made significant investment in nation-building activities. Among them are the construction of health, sporting, cultural, educational, and community facilities. Additionally, they continue to provide funding to non-governmental organizations and individuals throughout the Tri-Island state. I support the NLA's mandate because I can see where the money goes.
Playing the games of the NLA guarantees support for sports, culture, and nation building throughout the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
Good evening, sports fans. The West Indies women will be in action next month when they tour India from December the 15th to the 27th. The series, part of the 2022 to 2025 Future Tours Program, or FTP, will see the Windies taking on India in 3 T20 internationals and then 3 ODIs in Navi Mumbai and Vadodara. The T20 internationals are scheduled for December 15th, 17th, and 19th, followed by the ODIs on December 22nd, 24th, and 27th. It will be a valuable experience for the regional side in conditions they should experience at next year's ODI World Cup in India. West Indies last played a white ball series in India 8 years ago, winning the T20 International Series 3-0 before losing the ODIs 0-3. The Windward Islands Volcanoes got their second positive result in this year's CG United Super 50 Cup with a 98-run DL's method win over the combined campuses and colleges at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy yesterday. In a match reduced to 44 overs per side, the Windward produced an excellent batting effort after being inserted by the CCC. The 2018 champions produced a score of 307 for 7 in their 44 overs, thanks to half centuries from Alec Alphanaz, Captain Sunil Ambrose, and Kavim Hodge. Athanas led the way with 77 off 75 balls, including 12 fours and a 6. Ambrose made a 63 ball off 70, including 8 fours, while Hodge made an even 50 off 47 balls, including 5 fours. West Indies under-19 captain Stephen Pascal also chipped in with 41, as Amari Goodrich and Romario Greaves each took 2 wickets. Set A, revised target of 312 off their 44 overs. The CCC could only muster up 213 and 36.3 overs before being bowled out. Jonathan Drakes led the way with 55 off 68 balls against Chadwick Descartes, who bowled with skill on his way to figures of 4 for 43 from 6.3 overs off medium pace. Darius Martin and Kenneth Dember also provided good support with 2 wickets each. The Subway Secondary Schools 2024-2025 basketball tournament shoots off tomorrow on the Carenage Hardcourt. This is the 16th year that the company has thrown its financial backing behind the venture. The event was launched last Friday. Imran Pereira is the coordinator of the tournament.
As I mentioned, what we're going to do, we're going to put them into two groups. We're going to have an Eastern Zone and a Western Zone. Because of the secondary school netball tournament, the female division is going to begin in January. So we'll break for the Christmas vacation, and the tournament will continue as soon as the first week when school reopens. The teams will play each other in the zone, and the top two teams from each zone will move on to the semifinals, which will be one game. The winner of the semi-final games will then play for the championships, where will be a best-of-3 series. All right. The series will be happening on the 24th, 26th, and 28th of February. The runners-up will play one game for third and fourth place, and this will be on the 25th of February. So this is going to be the format for both the male and the female divisions.
According to him, there will be a new addition to this year's tournament.
The tournament will be governed by the Federation of International Basketball Association rules and regulations, and some of our own tournament rules. For these championships, my plan also is to have an activity to celebrate the outstanding players from the tournament. And this activity will be called the Subway All-Star Day 2025. So we're going to have male and female shootouts, and we're going to have both male and female All-Star game. This is going to be the first Saturday after the tournament concludes.
Tomorrow's doubleheader will feature St. George's Institute playing GBSS in Game 1 starting at 2:00 p.m. and Game 2 will feature Presentation Brothers College against McDonald College. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports. Now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe. Green banana from St. Lucia are now being exported to Canada. Agriculture Minister Alfred Prosper applauded the development, saying it comes at a crucial time ahead of the peak harvest season. He aims to maximize market gains for the island's agriculture sector.
We've gotten a small market in Canada for our bananas, and that is particularly green bananas.
A lifeline for St. Lucia's green gold has taken root in Canada. While the market remains small, Agriculture Minister Alfred Prosper is optimistic about future growth prospects.
Just last week, we were able to make our first export of about 50 boxes, and that is via air, which is the plane, the aircraft, which is Air Canada. And we are hoping today that we can export 140.
Minister Prosper emphasizes that seizing this market opportunity is crucial.
40. We have to take advantage of this market, although it's a small market. But the good thing about it is that it's not ripe bananas, it's actually green bananas. So within one day or so, the fruits can get to Canada and can be distributed throughout the country to be able to meet the persons who actually
consuming it.
The new market's timing aligns perfectly with the upcoming banana harvest. Since Hurricane Beryl struck in July 2024, farmers have been replanting, with harvest expected to peak from late November into December. Minister Prosper anticipates a glut, making expanded market access essential.
We may be experiencing a surplus of our bananas. So I do think that this new market is a timely one, and so our farmers will be able to meet the demand in the region and also what is available to us in Canada.
St. Lucia's banana exports to the UK have faced significant challenges, particularly with quality deterioration due to lengthy transport times. Minister Prosper is hopeful that this will not be the case with the Canadian market, where air freight promises faster, more reliable delivery.
At least 14 blasts have shaken Beirut in the past 24 hours as Israel continues to bombard its southern suburbs. The Israeli army had issued threats of attacks multiple times for two areas in the south of Lebanon's capital.
The strikes keep coming. There's been no let-up in the Israeli military's bombing campaign in Beirut's southern suburb against what the military calls Hezbollah targets. Day and night, the largely empty neighborhoods are coming under attack. Other areas where Hezbollah has influence are also being targeted. Israel's defense minister says Israel will continue to hit Hezbollah with full force, and there won't be any ceasefire until Israel's goals are met. Among them, pushing the armed group back from the border area. Hezbollah remains defiant.
Despite huge civilian casualties and destruction, our people have no choice but to continue the resistance in the face of Israeli brutalism. Netanyahu will not take through politics what he couldn't through war. Our country will not submit to the enemy's conditions.
Hezbollah is fighting back. It is still able to launch missiles and rockets across the border, reaching as far as Tel Aviv. The Israeli media says these attacks are forcing millions of Israelis into shelters. Among Israel's stated war goals is the return of tens of thousands of people to their homes in the north.
Hezbollah has said Israel won't be able to achieve that as long as attacks on Lebanon continue. It has also made clear it won't accept Israel's conditions for a ceasefire, saying they amount to a surrender and violate Lebanon's sovereignty. Israel is insisting on the ability to conduct military operations within Lebanese territory and act on its own against Hezbollah.
For Hezbollah, the main front in negotiations is the battlefield along the border. It is hoping to change the equation by making it costly for advancing Israeli troops who are moving deeper inside Lebanon.
I think when Israel troops go or Israel forces go deeply in this zone, they will be more exposed, and because moving inside and moving deeply is a weakness in military concept.
Israel has been relying heavily on its air force, and casualties are climbing. But Hezbollah says Israel's policy of killing and destruction will not force it to change its position. For now, negotiations are being conducted under fire. Zana Khadr, Al Jazeera, Beirut.
India's capital, Delhi, has overtaken the Pakistani city of Lahore as the most polluted city on earth. More in this report.
Impact on both countries.
It certainly isn't the kind of tag that India would like to show off to the world as it tries to project an image of a developing country which really is trying to make a name for itself on a global stage. But if I could, I'm not sure how much you can make out behind me. Of course, I'm on a very busy road. The buildings behind me are clouded in a thick blanket of smog, and that's the kind of picture that greets us almost every morning for the past few days. When you step outside of the houses, of our homes, there's a burning sensation in your eyes start watering very fast, your throat starts itching, there's a hoarseness, there's also a shortness of breath because you're trying to breathe in as little as possible. I know that sounds difficult, but psychologically you start trying to take shorter breaths, which leaves you breathless most of the time. Now, of course, there are some people who have the option of staying indoors by keeping their doors and windows shut, keeping those very expensive air purifiers on 24/7. But then there are many other people who can't afford purifiers, whose jobs are outdoors. You can see the traffic just gives you a sense of how many people need to be out and about. And that is the reality for a majority of the residents here in the National Capital Region as they brave this kind of hazardous weather. And you pointed out some of those figures. We really feel the impact of those figures. And the biggest concern is doctors and experts have said several families have gone to doctors with respiratory complaints over the last 1 week at least. This has been recorded by various surveys that have been conducted. There is a big concern, especially for the elderly as well as children, Sarah. Now, this entire area is a suburb of Delhi, which has a lot of residential high-rises, and all these residential high-rises have a common park. Every evening around this time, you see a lot of children coming out to play, but that site has completely disappeared over the past few days because parents just don't want to send their children. Just imagine those numbers that you mentioned. Imagine small children going out to play in this kind of air is certainly a huge cause for concern. And the problem is, this is an annual affair, but experts say the government still hasn't been able to fix it, and most of the solutions are quick fix and reactive rather than preemptive.
And that's what's been happening around our region and the wider globe today. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Vehicle owners count their losses after watching the impact of Tuesday's floods. Nawasa urges patience as water restoration efforts continue amid severe system damage. And Grenada unveils standards for quality healthcare services for adolescents. In regional news, St. Lucia's green bananas break into Canadian market, while internationally, Israel attacks South Beirut after new Lebanon evacuation warning. And in sports, Windward Volcanoes end 4-game losing streak, while Subway Secondary School's basketball shoots off with a doubleheader tomorrow. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.